This is your marketplace. It's a pandemic price check.
The toilet paper rolls that we can get like for $8, I kid you not, we're looking at prices of upwards of $32.
Looking for sticker shock. Who, what, and where?
Oh my gosh, the Lysol boxes that we got for $6, we were getting that for $20, and that was the cheapest.
You tell us you feel gouged by high prices. We hear from you about Shoppers, Sobeys, Canadian Tire, Walmart, Oceans, Amazon.
I think it's kind of ridiculous how far price gouging has really gone, actually.
It's stressing everybody out.
The same products come up again and again.
I'm hoping it's like someone does something to, take a stand against it.
Politicians make big promises. Jason Kenney, Alberta's premier.
We're going to go after you and throw the book at you and lay down the law and protect consumers against price gouging.
Premier John Horgan in BC too.
We put in place restrictions on price gouging.
Tough talk, but what about action? Ontario Premier Doug Ford.
You're hiking the price 5 times, 10 times what it should be. You're done, you're gone. And if you're convicted, you could face a maximum fine of $100,000 and a year in jail.
We're putting their promises to the test. First up, hand sanitizer.
We manufacture a medical-grade hand sanitizer.
Paul Kodrish sells his products to labs and stores across the country. When COVID-19 started, costs from raw materials to shipping went up, so prices did too. There was somewhat of a markup. What was it?
You should be no more than
30%. But he tells us he's seen a lot higher than that, up to 400% in some cases. We show him what we find. We're looking at a 236 ml bottle, $8.75.
Very expensive.
$18.99 for 70 milliliters. This is off of Walmart.
Wait. .ca, really?
That seems insane to me. But how much of a price hike is really too much? Seems like no one in Canada has made that clear.
What we consider to be price gouging is at least a 20% increase from the original price.
Grace Brombach studies pandemic prices for a public interest group in Philadelphia.
I've seen price spikes as high as $500 for a digital thermometer. And most recently, I saw 2 rolls of toilet paper that were priced for $290.
Was there any gold in that toilet paper?
I don't think so.
Amazon US says third-party sellers can list for as much as they want, but they say they'll suspend accounts if they see price gouging. Back on our cross-country call-out, we head to Vancouver.
My name is Junior Aduse.
Junior now has to buy new essential supplies. And he has fewer clients.
Our barber supply store sells us the masks for $1 each. So for a pack of 50 masks, you're somewhere in the neighborhood about $55 for the mask.
Experts tell us that's 5 times the pre-pandemic price. We make another pit stop in Vancouver.
I am both a tattoo artist and an illustrator. I usually just go by Saga. In a day, I can use sometimes 3, sometimes 6 full rolls of paper towels. Added up to 200 to 300 days a year, that's thousands of rolls of paper towel. So to me, it's something as simple as paper towel and doubling in prices, which they did, can have a massive increase on the bottom line.
Back on our pandemic price check, another huge price hike. Turns out it's one of Paul's products. This is 1 liter,
Yep.
$34.99.
Yep.
On store shelves, your product.
Yep. That's unacceptable. I'm gonna tell you, that's unacceptable.
Is this something you're gonna look into?
You betcha I'm gonna look into it.
Does it have to be this way?
Price gouging.
South of the border, U.S. Attorney Generals strike back.
There was a store that was selling toilet paper that normally would go for about $2.50 for $10.
They name them.
We officially connected the first fine of $10,000 to a local business that was price gouging.
And shamed them.
Both being charged with 9 counts of misdemeanor price gouging
In California, the minute an emergency is declared, like this pandemic, prices can't go up more than 10% or there are penalties. But here at home, remember all that talk about cracking down? There's still no law that limits how high prices can go up. Yet from mid-March to June, tens of thousands of Canadians complained. Quebec's Consumer Protection wanted a price gouging investigation. The government said no. Alberta and BC tell us it's really hard to define price gouging. And only one company in Calgary has been charged and fined $1,600. But it's Ontario that has an aggressive plan to punish bad actors.
We're coming after you. We have drastically increased the penalties you will face for this disgusting activity.
The province even launches a hotline.
Help us find these people.
In the first 2 months of the pandemic, more than 25,000 complaints. Law enforcement investigates, but when we check, no charges or fines. What do you make of that?
These cases of price gouging should not fall on the consumer in the first place to take responsibility for, but the fact that they are stepping up means that our legislators also need to step up for us.
If there's an emergency order, why isn't there any enforcement? In spite of all the tough talk and big promises, the government doesn't want to talk to us. Instead, they send a statement saying enforcement is at police discretion and Consumer Protection will keep an eye on the situation. As for the retailers, many tell us they're against price gouging. Some blame product shortages and their suppliers for the higher markups. Others blame fluctuating exchange rates and shipping costs. Who's to blame here?
I don't think in a time of need and a time of crisis that you need to make the same margin you've made in the past.
And Paul? He stopped selling to the distributor that he says overpriced his stuff. Meanwhile, the message from Canadians is clear.
Maybe bring down the prices a little bit, because even a single $2 or $3 can help out someone.
Lower the prices. Have a little compassion.